This is the story behind the story of the cloth. Two things which seemed quite insignificant at the time happened to me a few years ago. The first occurred during a visit to the Spanish city of Cordoba. I had just been reading about the Muslim conquest of Spain, and in particular about a brief golden age in the city more than 1,000 years ago, when Christians, Jews and Muslims were apparently able to engage openly and peacefully with one another, in scholarship if not in prayer. It was the last afternoon of my visit, and I was sitting outside a cafe in a small square. As I finished my coffee, there was a moment of stillness, and I found myself rather idealistically imagining the square as it might have appeared a millennium before, with scholars from different religions meeting in the shade of the trees. And afterwards I thought, what if the scene had been captured in some way, as a painting perhaps? The second thing happened a year later, when I was walking home from work through Regent's Park in London, late on a summer's evening, just before they close it up. For a moment it felt as though I had the park to myself, and I stopped by a tree where the path rises slightly before falling towards the exit at Gloucester Gate. This time, don't ask me why, perhaps I'd been working too hard, I imagined an archetypal fairy appearing on the path, offering to grant me a wish. What would I choose if it happened? More specifically, how would that choice actually play out in the real world in the days and weeks to come? These two incidents, inconsequential at the time, lingered in my mind for some reason, until I was able eventually to bring them together in a story, the story of the cloth.